Hello guys, my name is Wole Farrell. I'm a tech entrepreneur. Welcome to Tech Roundup, your weekly opinion, views and analysis of the top tech events happening around the world with a focus on Nigeria. In our analysis segment this week, we'll review the federal government's $3.1 billion automation of the Nigerian Customs Service. And then we look at the story that NIPOST has made a decision to build smart offices. The show is packed, so let's begin. The federal government has approved $3.1 billion for the complete automation of the Nigerian Customs Service in order to enhance the agency's mode of operation using information and technology in all aspects of the administration and operation. It took years, but finally, last week, Nigeria voted for the automation of the process at the ports as the Federal Executive Council approved a 20-year concession for the e-custom project by a league of firms. According to the Minister of Finance and Budget, the project will not have a direct cost to the government. Investors will provide the financing required. The real question that we're asking on Tech Roundup is, can we quantify the value of this project to the Nigerian people? All right, thank you, Ife. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being accepted to be a guest on Tech Roundup today. We have the first story is coming out of the Nigerian Customs. So Nigeria is investing billions of dollars to automate customs, and that is very exciting because there can be a lot of gains from that. They're already seeing gains in automating just payment system of taxes. They're reporting revenue increase of 1 trillion naira in 2019. So we can only imagine what is going to come out of automating all that processes. But for me, on Tech Roundup, we try to look at things a bit more critically, more critical than the surface. There's something in that story that says there are 20 companies behind this, so the government is not going to invest. The companies will invest, and Nigeria will give them a 20-year concession or something like that for them to, reap the benefit of it. For me, I think I'm a bit uncomfortable with that without showing us more information. Who are these 20 companies? How, what do they bring to this automation project? What does the cost and revenue model looks like in terms of what Nigeria is going to be benefiting from this? And is 20 years, good enough, long enough, short enough? How do we do that analysis without this? What are your thoughts about this whole custom story and what Nigeria is trying to achieve with it?
To be honest, I feel like automation of anything is the way forward. So kudos to Nigeria for trying to or starting the process of automation. Yeah. But like you said, I feel like it is important that we are transparent enough. Like, come on, you can't just come and tell us that, 20 companies in quotes are coming together. They're not going to get funded by government, but they're going to be funded by private companies. Who are these private companies? How is it going to be done? What is the 20 years all about? Like, we need some more information. We need people who can track, everything that is going on year on year. Like, we can't just get that information and think that everything is going to work out the way government has announced that it's going to work out. So we need some sort of transparency or transparent process so that we know that this thing is actually happening. And also, what is the benefit to the consumer? So there was a time in, I think, 2014 when I brought things into Nigeria. And I'm getting it to Nigeria. I didn't know those things were contraband. I didn't know anything about it. And then I was contacted to say, I needed to pay X amount just because of that. So is this process actually going to cut out those things? Because at the end of the day, I still got my items. So and obviously that's not the right thing to do. So if these things are automated, are they going to be stopped maybe at the port? Are we going to have a list where we can check, list of items that are contraband, list of items that are not contraband, that all those things need to be checked. So we need a more holistic view of how this platform is going to work and what we can actually expect. And we should actually start it from now. I don't think it should take about 20 years to automate customs. I think if if we do like a hackathon, for example, we find some nice university graduates or university boys and girls who will come together and crack this code and would actually get a solution very, very quickly. So I don't think it's something that can take 20 years or something that is so expensive that 20 companies need to come together to fund it. I think we need to understand, maybe we don't really understand what is actually going to go into this whole transformation system, but maybe when we get some more information, then we can now understand why it's such a big deal that 20 companies are going to come together. But I think there are better ways to make it more efficient and make it a faster process. I don't think we need 20 years to automate anything.
To our next story in this segment, the Nigerian Postal Service will start opening smart offices across the country in line with the new digital economy policy of the federal government. NIPOST is adopting this strategy to stay relevant and keep up with the changing times. The plan is to be a one-stop outfit for many processes, including collection of international passport and driver's license, capturing of national identity card images, as well as processing international cash transfer and others. The pandemic has completely exposed the dire need for digital transformation in every part of the society. NIPOST understands this and is headed in the right direction in making its plan a reality. On Tech Roundup, we always bring to light the problem of financial inclusion and broadband penetration in the country. And this new NIPOST strategy could be one to change this and at least improve the current shortcomings. However, the question of relevance emerges in this situation because of the offering. How do you determine what should be on the menu list? And to analyze this with me, let me bring back Ife. Yeah, so the NIPOST story is an exciting one. I like the fact that there is a strategy behind this. They're expanding, they're looking beyond logistics, they're looking to participate in the bigger economy, financial inclusion, telco participation, last mile extension of technology services to Nigeria. So this is great. We just need to really understand what services are going to be available and to who, and how far NIPOST is going to go in terms of, one, expanding the location of this service center. It cannot just be one location in a state for you to make the kind of impact that we're talking about. It has to be beyond that. The average Nigerian, regardless of where you live, in the urban center, in the rural center, should have access to these centers relatively easily. And I think this can create a whole new opportunity for partnership opportunities, right? NIPOST is not going to be able to do everything. They will rely on partnering with, financial services companies, banks, telcos, fintechs, health tech companies to be able to provide all these services. And it should have an open policy in terms of how partnerships are selected to make this really effective. So by and large, I think this is great. This is great news. We just want to see the scope and depth of services and locations that NIPOST is going to bring these services to. If everyone has access to this relatively easily, I think the impact will be felt by almost everyone. Our number of the week this week is 1 trillion. In 2019, Nigerian Customs Service recorded an increased revenue of 1.125 trillion due to adoption of electronic payment of duties and taxes generated from January to October 2019. And now you can watch daily tech headlines in our brand new show called Tech Roundup Daily, available on our pages on Instagram, Twitter, as well as Facebook. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching, and see you all again next week.